Today we'll be reviewing and auditing 5 startup landing pages because the best ways to improve our business is by learning the mistakes that others have done and avoid making them ourselves. But here's the thing, I'm not just gonna be reviewing them and talking about the right things that they did because that's not what you really need. But what I'll be doing is also explaining the mistakes that they've made, understanding why these mistakes can destroy your conversion rate, and how you can avoid them. I know this very well because creating high converting landing pages is what I've been doing for the past 6 years. And you don't have to take my word on it. I have many different customers and many different testimonials saying that they have positive results from my landing pages. And trust me, once you watch this whole video, you'll be equipped with the knowledge to turn your landing page into a 24/7 sales machine. So taking a look at the first landing page, let's take a look at LeadOnTrees. So let's take a look at the things that they have here. So this is what people see when they first open the landing page. So we'll see, we can see a case study here. We see a headline, we see the sub headline, and we also see the different benefits and the different features that this app have. Before I talk about the bad thing, let's talk about the good thing first. One of the good things that they did in this hero banner is that they have a great use of the case studies here, which is talking about how many leads that they have added to their app, which is a good thing, by the way. Any numbers, any positive numbers that you can add in your landing page to sort of showcase how good your app is, always make sure to always add them. And additionally, they also talk about the different benefits here, right? So it says real time, cost effective, and enterprise grade, which are really great, by the way. But however, there is very major glaring problem that we have in this hero banner, and I will be talking to you about it right now. And basically I want to talk about is that the headline doesn't make sense, because try to read the headline here, right? It says a great salesman once said sales is about timing, and the sub headline basically, the sub headline also doesn't really explain much on what the app does. It says like, you have the right offer, let us fix the timing, real-time VC funding alerts before they hit the news. I don't understand what exactly they're offering. I get it, the headline is fancy, and sometimes fancy people can get away with fancy headline, but fancy headlines only works on brands that is already big, like Apple, Samsung. Those brands are already big and they can get away with having a fancy headline. Small businesses or like startups like yourself, many people don't even know who you are, right? So they're not gonna care what fancy headline you have. They care about having their problem solved and like what benefits does your app can provide to me, the target customer, or even what do your app do. So that's the thing, right? That's why I say here, like, but I still don't know what you offer here. So they have the different benefits here, but like I still don't understand what they really offer. You get me? Like I don't know what the app is all about. That's why I talk here. It doesn't really inform the audience what problems this app solves. It tries too much to be fancy. So the thing is, with your headline, you want to answer at least one of these three, or like a combination of these three questions. Basically, what do you offer? What do your app offer? What do your service offer? What do your business? What do you do? Right? Basically, if you're providing a service, just explain what you do. Right? For example, for me, I provide landing page services, and I talk about I make I make landing pages for like different startup companies and agencies, so that you guys can grow your business while you guys focus on building your own business. So that's simple explanation on what I do and the benefits and problems that it solves, right? And also the third question is like, how does this benefit me? How does this benefit your target customer? Try to answer these three questions first, and then after that, you can craft your headline and the sub headline as well. So ideally, probably in your headline, you might want to talk about what you do as what your app does, and then on the sub headline, you can just basically explain further on the benefits that your app provides and the problems that it solves to your target customers. Don't overthink this. Don't try to be fancy, because I get it. This is fancy. This is cool. Like in your eyes, this looks cool, but most often than not, this is not going to convert very well. So additionally here, what they did is that they said trusted by sales team as a more efficient alternative to Crunchbase. This is good, but who are these sales teams? Like if you have a social proof, definitely add them. But add, this. Anyone can say like their app is trusted by sales team that is using blah, 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 right? It's not really saying much. If you just say it, it doesn't really say as much. So one of the best ways that you could further do to improve this, to boost the credibility of this statement of the social proof, is by adding maybe different company logos that have actually used your app, or even like the user avatars, right? So you can use the user avatars and also even the star ratings to boost this, to boost the credibility of what you said. The avatar is basically something like this. Let me show you in my landing page. So if you go to my landing page, you can see here loved by founders globally. You can see the different user avatars which showcase that these are genuine people actually using my app. So you need to have this, and also the different star ratings that these guys also provide to me. If you guys can get this, make sure to definitely put that in your app just to boost the credibility of your application and your business. Before I move on, I want to quickly mention that if you're looking for a professional to create a high converting landing pages for your your business, simply book a free discovery call with me and we'll discuss how you can scale your business and hit your next revenue target. The link for that will be in the comments and in the description. And then moving on to this, so they have the pricing option, which is good. Right, and then yeah, they also have this section over here which sort of like showcases this. Is actually a good case study to showcase the different list leads that they actually have, right? So they have all a long list of this. Although one thing that I would improve here, I get it, you want to show off all of your lists, but try to have a scroll wheel on this, because they showcase literally like all of this, and users might only, most of the time people just want to see some of them. You don't have to showcase all of them, and also this makes it a bit much more harder to consume the information in here. To consume the information that is in this landing page. And additionally, they also have the FAQ section, which is great. Now, one thing about the FAQ section is that the FAQ section must always be after the pricing. So ideally, what they would do here is that they would have the headline here, a bit more description and a bit more benefit section, and then probably the case study over here, and this pricing section just move it downwards, because most often than not, people are not gonna buy yet once they're not convinced. Which is also one of the other thing that I want to talk about this landing page, is that this landing page lacks a lot of information, because as you can see, in this landing page, mainly, okay, we have the hero banner, we got the benefit section, we got the pricing, right? We got the case study, and then we got the FAQ section, and that's about it, right? They are missing a lot of important sections that a good landing page need to have. So yeah, they also like social proof, like testimonials and reviews by the users. And also, one of the section that they are missing is showcasing the process of how your app and your services works. So you can literally just sort of explain in 3 steps, right? What your app does, sort of like the way to use your app from start to finish, right? From start, about how to get started with your app, and about getting the results from your app. And then they also, of course, need to list down a bit more benefits, because they only list on three benefits, and this doesn't really show me much. Yeah, a lot of the time that also lacks clarity, because even though like I scroll through this, like I still don't really understand what they do. Okay, they have the different VC stuff, but like I guess what does that provide to me, right? And also one thing, they also like a video demo, which honestly, most of the SaaS or most of the startups right now, if you're running startups, please add a video demo of your product or of your app, because this will help a lot in boosting trust, your engagement, and also like and because of that, it will boost your conversion rate by like double or triple times the amount. And there's actually a study done about this. You can I'll link you to my previous video that literally talks about that, so you can check it on the description after watching this whole video. So the good thing is that the owner of this app actually took my advice, because we talk about this issues in Twitter. By the way, don't forget to follow my Twitter if you guys haven't yet. I post a lot more things. I post actually there daily. So he actually updated his landing page, which is good for him, by the way. So I'll show you how his new landing page looks. So this is his new landing page. Now this basically, you can see the design is so much more better now, and additionally the headline and the sub headline is much more clear, and I know what they do. So you can see here it says live stream of VC funded startups. Okay, cool. They sort of show you what they will provide, and then on the sub headline is sort of further expand on the headline itself, which means that unlock real-time intelligence on fresh funding events with decision maker context, and verified purchase signals before your competition. So basically trying to get those VC decision makers before your competitors does, right? So this is much more clear, and like we understand as people who first go to this website, we understand, okay, so this is what they do. All right, I'm interested, or maybe I'm not interested, right? Sometimes you might have the wrong audience, and if you got the right target audience, and this is like perfect for you. So yeah, this is great. So they updated the landing page, and this looks so much more better. They have more information now, although I do think they still lack, this landing page is still too short. So they need a bit more context as well, but this is great though, like this information is great, but overall it's still a bit lacking. If you find this video valuable so far, do consider subscribing. It will help me make more free content like this, so that it will help you create a perfect landing page for your business. And then moving on, let's take a look at the next landing page, which is called NextClip. So NextClip is basically a startup that turns your long video into shorts video for TikTok or YouTube Shorts or Instagram. It is a very highly competitive market, to be honest with you. That's why you really need like to nail down your landing page, because your competition probably have better landing page and all that. So you need to really nail this down. This is part of your marketing. The thing is, this landing page did many things right, but also there's a few mistakes that we could help fix to further boost the conversion rate for this landing page. So one of the things that they did correct is basically they have a great headline and a great sub headline. The headline says create scroll stopping shorts in minutes, which again shows what the app does, and also the benefits of the app as well, because it says like create scroll stopping. So scroll stopping is one of the benefits that this app can provide to the customers, and then basically creating shorts in minutes, which is great as well. It's also benefits that you don't have to spend hours of editing your own shorts content. You can just use this. And then the subheadline says save time and create viral content faster than ever before. With NextClip, you can easily trim, customize, and enhance your videos with intuitive tools designed for creators of all levels. Now, the reason why this is great is because it showcases what problems it solves and how easy it is to actually use the tools, and it even showcases the different features that the app have, like trim, customize, and enhance your videos, which is the things that a lot of content creators actually care most about. So all these components combined will provide much more value and much more clarity to your target audience, and because of that, they'll be much more interested to check out what your app does and how your app can actually solve their problems. So they have also one CTA here, which is great. And the thing is, they also have the star ratings here, which is good, right? They give you guys the rating and then trusted by 1,000 plus creators. But the thing is, anyone can just say shit and we don't know if it's real or not. So ideally, to improve the credibility of this social proof, you would again want to add the user images, to say that, okay, hey, I don't just get these users from nowhere. There's an actual user using my product, using my app. So because again, anyone can just add a random star rating and trust it by blah blah blah, right? So you need to sort of back up what you said, otherwise people are just not gonna trust you very much. And once you lose the trust, your conversion is not gonna be really that good. One thing they also did right is also they have a great video demo which showcases the before and after using the app. Let me show you actually on their live. So there's what they got. As you can see here, so there's like it showcases the different features that they have, like auto overlay, and then you can see like the before and after of what you can expect when you use their product. And I think this is very, very powerful, and this is one of those things that will help them a lot in not only engagement but also getting people to try out their app, because it just looks generally really, really cool, especially for me because I'm a content creator, so I can see how very much useful this app can be for me. All right, so moving on, as we can see further here, they also have a great showcase of their features and also benefits. And what I like the most is that they actually use the video as well to communicate the info to the users. So instead of just telling them, hey, we got this list of features, which is okay, cool, I mean, you can do that, but it's a bit boring. It's actually better to showcase your features and also add a supporting image, add a supporting media, like either an image or a video to sort of help explain your features better. And I think that is way more powerful because also provides value for the customers as well to again further understand what your product and app can do. So if you take a look at the live website, you can see here they show it very, very nicely. The different, if you click here, they have the different features and like what they do, they showcase in that video. So yeah, this is something that you also want to replicate in your landing page to sort of help boost conversion rate and also provide much more clarity for your user base. All right, and then moving on, they also have a good use of the process section. This is the one process section that I talked about on the previous landing page, which is like, for example, in this case, they say create viral worthy videos in 3 simple steps. Upload your video, style and polish, export and share. Ideally, for your product or for your app or for your services, try to have this 3-step process to basically help provide much more transparency to your customer base and also the people who will be using your app, so that they will understand, okay, hey, this is how you use the app, and also showcase how simple it is to actually work with you or actually use your product or in your app. So this is great, basically showcasing to users how to use the app and to achieve results. And then additionally, moving on, they also have a great section here, why choose NextClip, right? Which showcase all of the other benefits and features that the app have, and basically great if your app have a lot of different features, right? Because sometimes what you want to do is that you don't want to showcase all of your features in the landing page. You just want to showcase 3 of your top features of the features that your target customers really care about, and then the rest of the features you can just dump it in like this section, right? To just sort of explain a bit more what other features that your app or your product has. And then we have the old way and the new NextClip way is good as well. The pricing page, which is great. And they also have the FAQ section. So there's another thing, right? This CTA should not be here. This CTA should actually be after the FAQ section. The thing is, the FAQ section should always be after the pricing section. And the reason why I said that is because when people see the pricing section, they'll be like, is this really for me? I don't know. They will have many different doubts. And the FAQ section will help at clarifying those doubts. So they'll be like, okay, maybe, okay, I'm not sure if this is for me, right? When they look at the pricing page and they will scroll down and be like, okay, there is different questions that may resolve my worries. And because the thing is, once the user don't have any other doubts about your product, they are more likely to actually buy your product or services. So this is why an FAQ section is always important to have after the pricing section. And then also additional note that I want to talk about, the whole landing page should do, I think, like so a lot of social proof, like the user reviews and the testimonials section. I do think that this landing page need to have a separate section just to showcase the user reviews and testimonials, and they definitely need a bit more case study as well. And what I also noticed is that it lacks numbers for case study to further showcase the capabilities of your app, like number of videos generated, number of followers gained, and also retention rate of the videos and any other supporting statistics to back up, to basically increase the authority, the brand authority of this, to basically help further showcase the capabilities of your app and like what your app, the results that your app have achieved or the results that your product have achieved for your target customers. And also, one thing that I noticed as well, this is a very highly competitive market. I've already seen other competitors as well doing the same thing, where they will, take a long form video, just like this one, by the way, that I'm making, and then turning it into a short form video. So again, this is a highly competitive market, but it doesn't mean that this founder cannot succeed. I wish them all the best, of course. And now moving on to our next landing page, we'll talk about TopYapper. So what this app does, it basically connects you people who sell products with the correct content creator. So one thing that I noticed here is that they actually have a good headline and also the sub headline. The headline basically showcase, okay, sell more products with creator marketing. It basically just tells you what the product does. It's good, but it's not the best. It could probably be further improved by expanding more on the benefits as well. And then on the subheadline is basically mentioned, TopYappers intelligently matches you with creators who already promote product like yours, which is great. And moving on, they also have a good video demo as well. But in this context, honestly, it's actually better if the founder directly explain how the app works and the benefits that the app can give to their target customers. Similar to, I'll go back to my own landing page. Similar to my own landing page. So if you see here, if you scroll down, I actually have a video of me explaining more about my business process, my services, and what problems that I can help solve for my own target customers. So I think if this founder have done that, it would be much more better, because if you go to the actual website, you can see here it's basically just showcasing the UI. Normal people who's not very tech savvy might be like, okay, it's a cool product, but it's like it's gonna be a bit too much for people that first come to this landing page and see this directly, right? So that's why it's better for I guess for the founder here in this case to actually just directly, hey, go into the camera and explain, okay, hey, here's my product. You can there's the problem that my product solves, and here's how you can achieve it, and then actually explain, use this dashboard and this UI and actually explain how you can achieve and how you can solve that problem to your own target customers. So far so good. Now moving on, now this is actually a good thing, because they showcase the different creators that have used this app, and then basically showcase the user avatars that is using the avatars and the people that is actually using this. One of the issues is that this actually should not be below the hero banner. This actually should be below the CTA right here. So ideally, specific part right here should actually be below here, because the thing is, this when user first open the landing page, the hero banner is the first thing that people will see. So if you can put your headline, sub-headline, your CTA, and your social proof there to sort of back up what you said, that'll be even more better. Because again, social proof always help in supporting, basically backing up what you said and what and the claims that you have made, because it shows that other people have used your product and they're happy with it, and that's a good sign. This section is actually great to showcase logos of companies that use your product. So you can literally just use this section to have like a scroll wheel of like a carousel moving of the different logo of the different companies that have actually used this product, right? Let me give you an example of what I mean actually for that. So you can see here, blah blah, we go down. As you can see here, we have the different, basically different logos of different companies that is actually using, that is actually their customers and using their product. So this is one thing that you can do here. And then moving on, so there's also another component that I talk about regarding the great use of numbers as case studies. So this landing page have a great use of numbers as case studies. It shows like, okay, 13 million new creators is added, right? They have exported again 50,000 times, and also 120,000 subcategories and all that. So again, having these numbers will help elevate your product's credibility and actually how good it is. This is one of the thing that the previous landing page, the NextClip lacks, that I talk about. So this is what I mean. This also helps with the social proof as well and increasing your credibility. They actually have a good section here as well, basically talking about the main features. I do think they need a better video to showcase each of these features, or a better image that relates to the description, right? Because in this case, it says that find creators who promote product like yours. But in the image, it says ChatGPT, GPT-4, so it doesn't really correlate with what the sub headline, the title says. And then the same thing here, find the perfect creators with hyper-specific targeting, like software engineering, coding. It doesn't really make sense, right? And I do think they should also just make a video of this, because if you see in their live landing page, it's actually not a video. It's just like an image, and that's about it. It doesn't really explain much more. So I do think this is like a wasted opportunity here to, again, further help give a bit more info to your target customers. And then moving on, so yeah, they also have this is also a good case study as well, right? They sort of showcase some data samples. One thing that I don't like here, again, which is the same issue that our first landing page have, instead of just showing all of them, have some sort of pagination, right? This is like too much for people to scroll through. Maybe just showcase them, like around this area, and this should be good enough. And then you can just like have a scroll wheel inside here, rather than showcasing all of these, because people are just gonna be, kind of tired of just scrolling through all of these, like, because they understand the point already. And also one thing that is a bit glaring here, the white and the dark color contrast can be a bit jarring to the eye. So probably they might need to have a dark mode as well for this specific part. And I will show you what I mean as well on their left website. So if you go here and you scroll down, so yeah, it is quite a bit jarring, and there's a lot of information as well. Again, this information could be too much as well for the users. That's why I suggest to just have a smaller section for this. If you overwhelm the user with too much information, it can actually throw them off, and they might leave and be scared, right? So yeah, just take note of that. So again, as we scroll down to in the landing page, we have the FAQ section here, and one issue as well, the pricing section. The order here is a switch. Again, you want the pricing to be before the FAQ section, right? So we have the pricing and the FAQ section. That'll be the most ideal one. So yeah, one thing about the pricing card that I don't really like is the animation. I do think the animation behind here is a bit too distracting. The pop animation is quite good, right? When you hover and like it sort of expands, that's actually quite good. So I think that one is good. And also just one small thing as well, I know why when you hover this, it says instant access. I think these are also redundant information, and sort of the same thing here as well. So yeah, you see cancel anytime, and it says cancel anytime as well. So just avoid having redundant information in the landing page, because this could throw the people off as well. Again, those things are not very good for your conversion rate, and having this pop up like this could also distract them as well. So that's also what you don't want to do. So before I end the review for this landing page, there's a few other notes that I want to talk about. So again, this landing page lacks social proof, like the user reviews and testimonials section. I think a lot of landing pages that we are reviewing today lacks this. And guys, if you have a social proof or testimonials, please include that in your landing page, because this has been proven to increase your conversion rate by like 2 or 3 times. And also the whole landing page also lacks a lot of information. And something that I also noticed is that the logo, right? The logo to me doesn't really look that professional or modern. It does look a bit old school. So this is something that the founder of this app might want to change. I don't really talk much about logo, to be honest, but this is one of those times when like I do think the logo needs to be updated just to make sure it fits with their branding much more, because their branding is a professional branding and the logo doesn't feel professional. Moving on to the next landing page that I want to talk about is actually MicroLaunch. So MicroLaunch basically is an app. It's similar to Product Hunt, where you, let's say if you want to launch a product, right? You want to launch your next SaaS or your next startup, you would put it in this listing, and then people will upvote or downvote your product based on how good or interesting it is. Similar to Product Hunt, again, there's like a direct competitor for that. I do think the headline is actually great, showcase what a product does and also the benefits of using it. Basically, when you read it, it says launch and get traffic. MicroLaunch help you get reviews, exposure, and first sales over 30 days, discover premium packs, and get long-term traffic and sales. So I think that's a good way to showcase what your product does and also the benefits that your product give to your target customers. So these are the positive things that you want to sort of copy for your own landing page. Now, one thing that I don't really like about the hero banner is that they have 2 CTA, right? So learn more and discover premium. I do think in this case, I think it would be better for them to just stick with using 1 CTA rather than having 2 of these, because in learn more, if people want to learn more, they will just scroll down. They will just scroll down and actually read through your landing page. So yeah, I don't think, and the thing is, if you have more than 1 CTA and it doesn't make sense to have them, it will actually negatively impact your conversion rate. That's why like I always heavily suggest having at least 1 CTA unless a second CTA is necessary. So moving on as well, so as you can see here, there's also the same issue, right? It's a great use of numbers of user and review ratings. So they says that 250 plus pro startups and founders have reviewed this landing page and have reviewed this product and also have used it. Unfortunately, this laurel here, is unnecessary. And yeah, again, adding the user images here would definitely help boost your credibility as well. And I do think this laurel actually could be used with this, because this one shows like an award of product hunt of the day. So they can definitely be used in here rather than having an empty laurel hill, which doesn't really make sense. So yeah, there's actually another good one here. So it basically showcase, again, it's one of those sections where they show the process of how your product works. So in this case, launch now, sell long term. Number 1, launch your product. Number 2, get exposure, gather feedback, pro benefits, and relaunch anytime. Cool. So one thing that I want to talk to you guys about is also try to not have too many steps, right? Maximum you want to have at least 5 steps, and ideally stick with minimum 3 steps. So 3 steps is like the sweet spot, and if you want to add more, there's no problem. Just make sure it's at 5 of them. More than that is gonna overwhelm your user too much, and it's gonna have a negative impact on your own conversion rate. There's also another good example of a landing page that have a great testimonials and review showcase, right? It says here loved by founders, and it shows like the different testimonials from the different founders that have used this product. So this is great, and basically definitely add this to your own landing page. If you don't have testimonials, try to get it as fast as possible, because this is a huge conversion booster. I will keep on repeating it until you guys understand that, because a lot of my customers as well, sometimes they don't really showcase their testimonials, and I was like, why? Even though they have testimonials, which is kind of wild to me. So again, moving on, they have different numbers as well to work as a case study. So there's a great numbers to explain how good your product is without basically saying much. This again, this also works perfect for a case study. Now, one other reason why also these numbers can be very, very powerful for your online page, because human in general, we process the numbers faster than than what we are told. So directly we can see here, 150,000 unique users, 3.7 million impressions, 1,000 product clicks, and blah blah. So these are all positive numbers. Now moving on, get your pro launch. There's like the free version and also the paid version. I do think though this pricing section, right? The free section definitely need the CTA here, because when I click this button on the landing page, it doesn't really do much. The reason why you also want to have the CTA, I understand he wants to basically encourage user to use the pro launch, but sometimes people are not really ready to buy yet. In that case, then it would be better for them to have this CTA. So if you're not interested in the paid version yet, they still can get hooked to your product and your environment. So it sort of acts as a lead magnet. So when they are hooked to your product and they have something free, because he have something free. I mean, he have a regular launch which is free. Once they try that out, and then maybe they are much more interested, and they will try out the pro version. So you're not losing out on your potential customers, because if you don't have a CTA for the free version, now you're just sort of kicking out your potential future customers out of the door. So that's why it's still better to have, you know, a CTA even for the free version. So again, oh, this is great because he added the FAQ after the pricing section, which is yeah, great. So before I end things off with this landing page, one other note that I want to talk about is, okay, the landing page is great, but it is a bit too short. So there's a few other sections that is missing in this landing page that could help boost his conversion rate, which is talking about the benefits of this app and talking more about the problems that his customers have, right? Especially with launching a product, and then just basically showcase, have some more case studies, right? Show how many sales, exposure each specific product's got. So have a specific case study. Okay, so this product have launched and got this amount of sales. This other product have launched and got this amount of sales within like 10 days, 20 days, whatever, right? So it has more case studies, and just to help boost credibility and also provide much more information to the users as well, and in turn will help increase their conversion rate. Then lastly, let's talk about the final landing page, which is BeRoomy. So first thing first, this has a great headline and a sub headline as well. So we can see here, match with your next roommate. Find the right roommate, match first, look for a place together later. BeRoomy makes it easy to connect with people who share your lifestyle, schedule, and budget. Create a profile that reflects who you are, swipe to discover potential roommates, filter by habits, lifestyle, and age, chat instantly after matching. Says what the app does, the benefits, and the problems it solves. And then them also listing out these different features is also a great way to provide much more information to your customers. So you notice here, they have two CTAs, but this one of those instances where having dual CTA actually makes sense because they are trying to get people to download on their app store and also Google Play. Now, because people may have iPhone or, you know, an Android phone, so now they have an option to choose either platform that they want to download on. However, one thing that they lack here is, again, doesn't have any reviews or testimonials for brand authority and trust. Ideally, you want to add some sort of like again, review ratings, how many users are using your product or app, and also the different user heads, which I think they can easily actually add because their app is in Play Store and yeah, it's in App Store and also Google Play Store. They could just add the review ratings as an embed to this landing page, right? So showcase, oh, hey, they got 4.5 star rating in Google's Play and also like 5-star rating in App Store. So they can actually easily add it here. Now, additionally, I get that this different section here showcases like okay, step one profile creation, step two filtering and swiping. But the thing is, it would also be great for them to add a title to explain the main section here, right? So you can probably say how our product works or how our app works. But they do actually have a great format for the section. I actually like the design for the way they showcase these different steps. So yeah, great use of CTA as well on each subsection. But the thing is, they only have images here, which is fine. But I do think having, you know, some sort of video would definitely help bring much more clarity of what your app can do. So if you see their live landing page, right, it's literally just only images and there's nothing much about it. So it'd be better if they record a short video just to showcase each of those different steps. Now, moving on, okay, this is great. They have the different features as well. And then moving on, yeah, this is also like the CTA, which is great. Now, in this section, they talk about the app interface, which doesn't make sense. I've never seen a landing page that talk about the app interface. So this is the first, and I don't think it is a good thing, because the title doesn't really make sense because, again, people don't care. It's like, okay, app interface, but people don't really care about how your app looks like. They care about whether your app can, again, solve their problems and what benefits does your app give for them, right? So I do think it would be better to just simply showcase each features listed with a supporting media or images video. So again, the same format like this way, but instead of showcasing the steps, they actually just showcase the different features, because I think this is what they are trying to do with this app interface, but I think it's just presented in a not very good way. All right. And also, additionally, in this section right here, it talks about how BeRoomy works. The title is redundant, and also, yeah, this content is basically the same thing as the first section where they talk about the steps. Right. So again, try to avoid any redundancy in your landing page, because this could can throw people off. And once you throw people off, the conversion rate is gonna suffer, unfortunately. So just take note of this. Make sure all of your content is fresh, and make sure the content also makes sense. And then additionally, they have the FAQ section, which is great. They also have the blog section as well, which is also good. I do think the blog section should be right below this let's stay connected. So let's say if user want to skip past through this, they actually, they could explore more of these blogs, right? Now, the thing is, there's also a good thing they added. Even though their app is on App Store and Play Store, they have something, again, let's stay connected, which I think a lot of founders definitely need to add on their own landing page. So let's say if people are not interested in buying your product yet, you can at least get their email and also get lead magnet, and then using their email, you can promote more about your product. Especially, let's say if you're a new startup trying to launch your product, you will want to get the email list of the different people that's interested in your product, and then once you actually launch it, you can send the emails, hey, we're about to launch in like 4 hours, so make sure you get you download this and all that, and you can get a positive review from that as well. So with that, hopefully you guys will understand the other mistakes that other businesses landing pages are doing, so that you guys don't do the same thing, and also you guys can use this knowledge to further improve your own landing page. And lastly, if you guys are a startup owner, agency owner, or any business owners, and you guys need a high converting landing page, simply book a call with me. The link for that will be in the description and also the comment section, and I can help you guys craft a high converting landing page within 2 to 3 weeks. But knowing this knowledge is not enough if you don't know the other common landing page mistakes that you may be making. I covered it on this video right here, so make sure to click on that, and I'll see you guys there.